and in the other I have a vacuum. And if I open the tap between these two, you will see spontaneously the bromine rush from one to the other.
It states that within such system, the degree of disorder, also known as the entropy, will always increase. Another way to state the second law is that the entropy of the universe increases in the course of any spontaneous change. Of course, in thermodynamics, the universe is comprised of the system and its surroundings. Because of the second law, a gas will expand to fill the void. Gas atoms do not spontaneously gather in a corner of a room.
In some volume, V, and over here is going to be vacuum of equal volume, and we're going to remove the barrier. You know what's going to happen spontaneously, right? The gas is going to fill the available volume once it becomes available, right? You know what's going to happen spontaneously, right? The gas is going to fill the available volume once it becomes available, and we're going to remove the barrier. The gas is going to fill the available volume.
Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you all. Thank you all for coming. I'm glad you could make it. We do have Joe in, Jeff, Roger, Ryan, and PJ. Hey, how you guys doing?
Yo, what's up?
Oh, groovy, Sam. Oh, groovy.
Good morning.
It's good to see you guys. Yeah, good evening. And it's good to see everybody in the YouTube lands. Thank you guys for coming. Really appreciate you. Yeah. So, you guys ready for part 2 of the thermodynamics?
Let's do it, man.
Of course.
Do it.
I like a
It's good to
refresher.
see everybody here. Please hit the likes, share the show, let everybody know we are live. So,
We are live.
what did you... I was thinking, before we actually go through it, there was an interesting comment, because I've been getting weird comments about last night's stream that, you know, Globies just... How can I put it? Are desperate.
Yeah, they are. Because their ball is slowly slipping out of their fingers.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is
Let's
gone.
take Clive, for instance. Okay. You see this
Okay.
screen?
Like sand in the hand.
So are the days of our lives.
Okay, well the first sentence that isn't really an argument.
Well, remember last night I said I even had Professor Dave on, Professor Phil Bell, and we argued, you know, we had this whole debate and thermodynamics, and, well, guys, what was the underlining argument that he gave me why you don't need containment?
Gravity.
You see that black stuff over there behind me?
Exactly. Gravity, that big gravity stuff. Yeah.
That was his argument. That
Right.
was like the professor's argument.
Absolutely.
But anyway, I'm certain that this professor, as well as any other that teaches thermodynamics, does not believe that we live on a flat earth enclosed by a dome. First of all, what do
Who
we
cares?
care what people believe?
We're talking about the actual observation. Who cares what the conjecture is? Who
Right.
cares about his, who cares about his rationalization? If he can show the law and if he can show the observation and the principle, that's all that matters. All we care about is the data, not his particular rationalization of it.
Yeah, we don't care what a person
So,
believes.
not an argument, doesn't matter. Who cares?
Yeah.
So
we don't care what a
argument
person
from faith.
believes. Yeah, does a person's opinion overthrow natural law?
Nope. I mean, there
No.
are people in physics that deny certain laws.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
People that don't believe in the second law, for example, that is a thing.
Okay, and then, yeah, he wants me to finish a thing for Olive Astro's quiz that we said last year that I just forgot about because why bother? Anyway,
What was the quiz?
it was a quiz that Olive Astro, some small channel, did long ago
Yeah, but what were the questions?
on thermodynamics. But it's,
Yeah, but like,
it's
which, yeah, but like, what was
question, like, oh, take a question from a textbook and work it out kind of thing.
Alright.
Yeah, like that's going to change that gas won't escape into a vacuum.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, I got better things to do than take people's quizzes. Okay, so furthermore, I've seen this original course of this professor, and this one is meant for thermodynamic in chemistry. This is lecture 1. It's thermodynamics and kinetics. This is spring of 2008. It's got not to do with chemistry. Okay? But chemistry is also part of thermodynamics, by the way. He says,
Not kinetics.
not physics and engineering. How dumb is this guy? The guy tells me it's meant to be thermodynamics and chemistry, and then finishes his sentence off with not physics and engineering. Last time I checked, chemistry is part of physics, is it not?
Yes.
What a moron.
Well,
And
doesn't
yes,
everything?
chemistry is also used in engineering.
Yeah, it isn't. Isn't everything in the natural world have a physics property to it?
Physics, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is why I say I just laugh at these guys, because the ignorance with, I don't know, it's like they have such confidence in the idiocy they say. They think they're actually making sense.
Yeah, right.
They say there are slight differences. He even mentioned it in his comment section. It also the introductory course for students and is dumbed down. Duh! It's lecture 1. We said it gets more complicated as you go on, maybe not?
Absolutely.
As you would say, not the advanced courses of the final year. No shit, Sherlock. You don't just throw everybody into the deep end and say, oh, you haven't studied, let's just make you write an essay. You first go through step 1.
Like a swimming lesson, you don't go to the deep end first.
Yeah, it's like saying, oh, you're going to learn to swim. Great. Here's your...
Wait, yeah, you do.
Swimming in the Olympics. What?
Yeah.
None of the systems are perfect in reality, he said. And then he says, wait. This is the one that gets me. He says, in fact, none of the laws of physics you learn about are, right? Okay, so at the introductory level, you don't learn perfect laws of physics. What does it mean for a law of physics to be perfect?
Physics is physics.
Yep.
I mean, is he saying that like the detail gets better when you level up? Sure, but how can the law? But how can the law itself get perfect, right? Because it's always behavior. It's just that when you're younger, you get it at a lower resolution. So it doesn't actually get more perfect. It's just the detail.
Yeah.
How can a law be perfect? A law is a law.
Just like
a law is a law.
Yeah. Just like we first explained in the step 1, we were learning the different types of systems. Later on, you go into the more intricate details of the systems. That doesn't mean it has got better or anything. It has improved. It's just the information you're learning is more in detail.
Yeah, well, laws don't change.
Never.
Correct?
Never change.
No, laws never change.
The amount of detail...
Natural law, anyway.
The amount of applications and the detail, you can have when describing them and like accounting for them can change. As it can be simpler, then it gets more complicated. There's like, you use the equation in different areas, but the general principle stays the same.
Yeah.
Or it's just in the context.
Isn't that where the devil's address is in the details?
No.
And then he goes on, you have even noticed this yourself. When you once said you get to work, you find everything is different. What? They are merely a starting point. Hence the assume a flat and stationary Earth is those pesky NASA documents, which mean you have to take other steps to include for them. Nothing in nature is simple. It's mostly non-linear, and you learn how to handle this in the later years of tertiary education. So someone gave a brilliant response. Moon Rider. So, thanks.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. He said so much just to say nothing, right? I mean, he's saying that there's stuff that we've excluded, or there's stuff that, you know, you've not taken into account, but he never names what it is. He says that there's a starting point. Okay, then what do we need to include? What have we missed out? Or the only kind of argument he made is that the professor would say "nuh-uh" to our extrapolation, but that's not even an argument.
I think I'm looking at Einstein right now. They want to go right to his mathematics out of the physics. That pseudo fourth dimension. You know, yeah. I don't want to pronounce that right.
Yeah.
So that's their best descriptor for the heavens. That's what they want to.
Did you see the other comment? Did you see the comment, Flatzoid, from anti-kinetic vectors? Go to newest comments.
So any comments you got there?
No. I'm seeing one.
Newest. Oh, there's another new one then.
Yeah, from anti-climatic.
This guy, yes, that's the other one I was looking for that I wanted to go through as well. Okay. The universe would be an isolated system. No shit, Sherlock. Okay. The Earth is an open system, but they say closed because the rate of matter is nothing compared to the rate of energy being exchanged with its surrounding. Does the guy not understand the matter and energy are linked?
I don't know how they're separate systems in my head. I think they're one and the same.
We said this last night as well. Okay.
One without the other.
You can't go and make something hypothetical and expect it to dictate reality. Hypothetics do not dictate reality. So you can't hypothetically say, oh, it's closed, but in reality it's open. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work that way. Your hypothetical is not going to change what's happening in reality. So
that's modern science's biggest shoehorn.
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetically.
Look, closed on paper, but literally open. So therefore, it can't be literally open because we are breathing.
Mm-hmm.
He says a thermos is a closed system. Energy can be exchanged, but not. Oh man. We also said thermoses are considered isolated systems, but there are no such things as real isolated systems because you still get energy exchange. The guy's literally just repeating what I say and then saying I'm wrong.
The example would be like the thermal flask, but that's only for a little while because even then it escapes, like the heat escapes, and then it goes from hot to cold. You can't replicate a fully isolated system, only the appearance of one for use of a demonstration.
Mm-hmm. There's no such thing in natural law as an isolated system, is there?
Yeah.
I mean,
This is mental. It really is. You have to be a borderline mental patient to actually subscribe to this stuff personally.
Also, the guy never shows how the gas wouldn't escape. He never shows that.
No, it doesn't.
Wow.
Then he talks about the pressure. So the presence of pressure doesn't define its type of system, he says.
No, but let's just carry on. Okay, so it says, if you understand thermodynamics, you can start to understand how it follows the second law and entropy of the planet doesn't build up and kill us. Entropy doesn't build up. What the hell is this guy talking about?
Who claims that the entropy builds up and kills us?
That's the opposite. Entropy would be doing the opposite of building up, wouldn't it?
But it shows you guys don't know what entropy is. There's no building up. Entropy is just simply state. Okay?
Yeah.
It's the state from an initial state to a final state. So in other words, if we have, just like you saw with the preview, what I had on when we had on, if you have a system that is closed and it's adjacent to a vacuum and you open the barrier, that initial state will fill to the final state. In other words, it will fill the available space.
It'll find its equilibrium eventually.
Yes, it seeks equilibrium.
Yeah, but they're adding gravity to this. That's the problem. That's where that's why they want that cycle continually.
Yeah, but
That's
they
why
don't
it's
have
building
gravity.
up.
Gravity is just a fairy tale belief that they've never been able to show it to be true. They can't decide if it's a force or not. They just say, look, things are accelerating to Earth, so therefore gravity.
Yeah.
You're shattering my world, Flatzoid. It's falling apart now.
What's the guy's point, though?
Well, we're going to get now and see. He says,
Okay.
we get most of our energy from the sun and lose it to space. You don't lose it to space because space doesn't exist.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like he's like assuming space to justify space.
And he's assuming the sun is in space.
Yeah, like
and he's assuming gravity too. So he's got 3 assumptions right there. Yeah. Jesus. All right.
And one of the assumptions makes the argument circular.
Yeah. And then the next, he says, we also use barometric pressure for the atmosphere. Oh, what does barometric pressure lie on, like we said? I explained it to Luca last night.
Surfaces, by chance?
Surfaces, containers.
Yeah.
Huh. Barometric pressure literally means we need the surface area for the gas to push upon. No surface area, no gas pressure.
No containment, no gas.
Yeah,
I want to say something. Didn't that break Sean Hawkins' mind?
Without containment, you couldn't have gas. You couldn't have gas. They come together. They come together. They are together. They need to be together to act, to exist. To exist, they need to be together.
And guys, and let's quickly debunk. He's going to literally debunk his own argument in this next sentence. A soda being opened releases the pressurized gas, but even open, there's an air pressure of 14.7 psi. Listen, even a busted flat tire has 14.7 psi at the surface. No. So when that tire burst, did the air inside the tire equalize to its surrounding pressure?
I'd say so.
What is the surrounding pressure of outside the tire before the tire burst?
Is it 14?
I'm not sure.
So it filled the available space.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Sorry. Didn't the guy say gravity?
Oh,
well, he didn't say it in these words, but isn't that what he's trying to say? Gravity holds.
Yes.
Of course.
So in other words, we wouldn't need to worry about the tire bursting because the air pressure would just stay inside the tire.
Of course.
Gravity would hold it in. The gravity of the wheel would hold the air inside of it without any containment.
Yeah, the guy just literally debunked his own argument.
Yeah. I remember watching Sean Hawkins doing a rebuttal to you one night, and he's in his house. It's like he's measuring the barometric pressure at the beach and in his house, and he's freaking getting mad. It was just it broke him. You could see he got mad at you, dude. He was
crazy. Okay, let's go on. It is Globus understand what thermodynamics is. No, now he has to look what he's saying, guys. Just so we can just so we can believe him. He probably went and Googled it. The study of energy. I would say heat, but that's related to energy. Heat energy. Yeah. The ability to do work. Yes. The state of energy. Low entropy with what? Low entropy, high entropy, heat energy, etc. That's not even a coherent statement. He's just taken a whole bunch of words he saw on Google and pasted them in there.
He patched them together?
Yeah, let me make
it a hole on the tire.
Okay, I'm going to try and make it more coherent how he should have said it. No, globers don't understand thermodynamics because globers don't understand that heat energy is the ability to do work. So as soon as it's transferred to heat, it's already done the work. So therefore, the ability to work is finished. It has used up the energy, and therefore, entropy has ensued.
Inevitably.
This is why, let's take a car engine, for instance. If it overheats, can you still use the engine?
If it overheats?
Not while it's hot. You can't.
Well, it's all right. You wait till it cools.
Huh.
Yeah.
Go,
Okay. The
look,
presence of pressure doesn't define its type of system.
go away.
What now?
Can you get rid of him?
Is it Luca?
Luca,
Yeah, get rid of him.
fuck off. Sorry, guys. I'm really irritated with this guy. Excuse my language. But I am pissed off with the guy. First of all, Luca,
Right,
if you
know-
come in again, I'm just going to kick you. You are not welcome here.
Mm.
You, first
You
of
are
all,
excommunicated.
First of all, I'm going to say, next time you say anyone, I'm scared of anyone, and that they're bullying me.
Oh,
Get
I'm
your
bullying you.
Yeah, you're bullying me apparently.
Oh, I
Peter.
thought you said
But
I
I'm
was
telling
bullying
Luca, he's
you.
not welcome here. He's not welcome anymore. He was welcome at the stage. So I gave him a point. But the guy is literally every single damn time here to piss us off, to derail the show. You are not welcome here, Luca. Go and cry somewhere else. Go and, I don't know, go to your globe channels. Why is it always in the flat earth channels?
Mm-hmm. You know, like, yeah, duh. Like, I mean, actually, he thought everything is right. He comes to the private chat and says, ChatGPT says this entropy generally tends to increase in an isolated system, a principle encapsulated by the second
I
law.
don't care what ChatGPT says.
Yeah, I don't give a crap. Piss off.
Where's the isolated system at? That's where I want to know. Does he add it somewhere?
No. But anyway, let's get back to where we
Let's
were.
get back to it. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. Guys, we're not going to see Luca on the show anymore. He's not welcome anymore.
Not welcome.
He's had his chance. No more derailing. Luca, go and piss people off at globe channels. Leave the flat earthers alone. Okay.
Flats, remember, I want your dinner money tomorrow.
Yes, boss.
You bully?
Okay.
You going to shake him upside down?
Okay, let's get back to this.
Let's
The
go.
presence of pressure doesn't define its type of system. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay, let's take a fish tank, for instance. It's open, okay?
Aye.
Will that fish tank have the same pressure as the surrounding system?
Yes.
If it's open, yeah. Aye.
Okay, let's close that system now. Okay, and we add gas into it. Will it have a higher
Yes.
pressure than the surrounding system? Yes. Okay, let's now keep it closed and remove the gas inside there. Will it have now a lower pressure than the system around it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So did we now realize which systems one is? One is closed and one is open based on what? Its pressure.
Pressure.
Not hard at all.
Sandra, good to see you, bro.
LJ, thank you very much for your $2 super chat. I really appreciate it. It says no retards allowed. Yeah. He's not a retard. I just think he's literally
Brainwashed.
He's brainwashed and he is using his unfortunate slowness to let people feel sorry for him.
I did for a long time. No, because my son's
Hey,
got
guys, anti-kinetic vectors is in. Why don't you click that link and come in and have a discussion?
come on.
Because you obviously have no idea how thermodynamics works.
Educate us with facts and logic.
Yeah, come on in.
but you're all funny.
Everybody type 1 in chat if you think anti-kinetic vectors should come in and educate us on thermodynamics, or type 2 in chat if you think he's just going to be a coward and run away. I'm already going to tell you.
I'm saying 1. I want him to come in. I thought 1 was wanting him to come in.
I would like him to come in, but I'm
right.
telling you what
Hold
it
on.
is.
I changed my mind then. On that. I'm sorry. I didn't listen.
Mr. Andy, that's literally what Google says in different scripts. You take pieces of script and stick it on there. So anyway, let's get back to how bad your argument is.
Yeah.
Okay. Examples. The universe is an isolated. It contains all the pressure in the universe. Again, isolated is a hypothetical. The universe is based on an isolated because it has a boundary and there's supposed to be nothing beyond that boundary. A gas tank, a closed valve, is a closed system. Yeah, well, it's closed. Has the pressure of all the gas inside. An open thermos, open system, still has barometric pressure inside it. All 3 of these have pressures. Yeah, and we just explained to you how they all three have differences to know which system it is. So yeah, guys, see, he's already running away. Even puts two himself. There we go,
I know,
guys.
what a numpty. What
Look at that. Here's the
God,
proof,
that's
guys.
a pussy.
The guy-
You never
Sorry.
even answered the question, though. Well, not the question, but you never even answered the point. How
You didn't.
does the system prevent the gas from expanding away?
Yeah, while he's he can do that for us.
Oh, come on in,
Come
dude.
on,
Because it's
anti-kinetic
heated.
comment.
Because it's
I'm
heated, it's going to expand anyway. I mean, like, it's going to expand even more because it's heated.
Yeah,
So-
I'm
Without
sending you
fail.
the link again.
Yeah,
I'm
so how
sending
does
you
the
link.
system hold it back? It's a very simple question.
There
They
we
all
go.
have pressure. Who cares? Why does the gas stay in the container if it's
Yeah.
fully open?
Anti-kinetic. There's the link again. Click it, and come and educate us on thermodynamics. Come on.
They all have
Tell us how
pressure.
we're all wrong when literally what we said was the same thing that the MIT professor said.
They all have
Where was this
pressure.
guy when we had our Glober debate show? He didn't show up there neither. So now he's here for this.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
hold
can come
on.
on,
He said they all have pressure, easily proven.
Yes, we know they all have pressure
Who said
because
that?
there's no place in. Okay, I'm going to ask a very, very simple question to everybody. Is there any place in observable nature that has no pressure?
Well, I would say no.
Everywhere's got pressure. Everywhere.
There's no place in nature that doesn't have pressure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Well, there we
there's
go.
gas everywhere.
So can anybody tell me how that is any way helping his argument?
It's not at all.
No. Oh, come on, do better than that, dude.
Come explain how that explains your argument, guy.
He has to do
I
better
know,
than
that'd
that.
be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah, we're not saying anything. We'll have a talk.
Well, let's check how. Oh, I've got to minus this a bit. Again, sorry for swearing at Luca, guys. It's just I just can't take it with dipshit anymore.
I know.
Mhm.
I get it.
So I apologize. It's a bit frustrating. I've got other frustrations in my life as well, and then I get that.
All
It's
right, all
just-
right. So
that's
the
it.
thermodynamic system doesn't hold it back. Then what does? What keeps the gas from going away?
I got one word
And
for
if
you.
it's not, and if it's not anything, and if it's not anything thermodynamic, then what's the point? Because we're talking about thermodynamics.
Yeah, and Ryan Doctrine, no more Luca.
No more.
Anyway, guys, the votes so far, 32 votes. Which thermodynamic law is all about the conservation of energy? Proud of the 47 people that said the first law.
Yep.
Well done.
Yes, me.
Nice.
Yeah,
And I
me
know
too,
Jeff
me
said
too.
he's the first that voted. Second law, 22%. Third law, 3%. Zeroth law, 28%. It's the first law, guys. Just to let you know. Okay, so what is he saying here? The thermodynamic system doesn't hold it back. This is exactly my frustration. The guy doesn't even know what a thermodynamic system is.
Wow.
No.
Thermodynamic
doesn't.
system is
Come
just
on,
a
hear this.
description of
Wait,
the system.
wait. Hold on.
Can't hold
Hold on.
anything
We've got a new one. We've got a new one. Also, I never mentioned gravity or implied it. Well, then you have no defense.
Exactly.
Your one defense. You've now cast away your sword. You've lost.
You
But
forfeit.
wait.
You
The
forfeit.
guys also, I also want to actually call him out as a liar now, because he says in the cores of an open thermos, barometric pressure allows it to have pressure. What do the globies claim barometric pressure is?
Yeah, that's wrong.
The gradient, right?
The weight of the air. Don't
Yeah.
they? Caused by what?
Gravity.
Yeah.
So he
It
does
just creates
mention
a gradient.
gravity. He's
Oh,
just too
sure.
chicken shit to say it's gravity because he knows gravity is not a force.
I didn't
We can
need
go
to
with-
apply gravity. That's the new one he said. I didn't need to apply gravity. Well, you did because
You did,
because
you called it
gravity,
barometric pressure.
in your view, the Earth contains itself and the gas doesn't escape because the gravity pulls it back. So yes, well, 110%, you do need gravity.
Mm-hmm.
If you
In
don't,
their model.
then you're on our side. If you don't assume gravity, then you're on our team. So
Why
welcome
does
to our
that come
team.
in? Why doesn't he just come in?
Welcome to Flat Earth.
I don't understand.
Yeah, welcome to Flower.
Yeah, we 100% agree with you. You don't need to apply gravity. Gravity doesn't exist.
Yeah.
The fact is you already brought gravity up without you realizing it when you said barometric pressure, because according to the
You
globe,
never
barometric
implied
pressure is
gravity.
based on gravity.
Okay, well, the guy just said wrong again. I never implied gravity. Well, your side's only argument is gravity pulls it back. So if you're arguing against us, we are going to immediately think in terms of gravity because that's your only defense. It's the only defense.
Oh, can't you have a
Because
contained
the
globe,
Earth
Gus?
is in.
Can't the globe be in a
gravity is a
container?
container for them.
Okay. Well, didn't the Greeks postulate a crystalline sphere around the globe at one point in time?
Did they?
I think so. I think that was what they interpreted. Some of their writings were that's what they thought the globe Earth was surrounded by a crystalline sphere.
So a bit like those compasses in liquid.
Or a firmament.
Wow.
I didn't. Wait, hold on. New one. I didn't. Things have weight. Well, in your view, weight is gravity, right? W equals mg. That's what you think weight is. So yes, you absolutely did.
You're just starting to dig a deeper hole there, buddy.
The cause
He's
of
just
weight
dancing
doesn't
around
matter.
it.
But wait, hold on. The cause of weight doesn't matter. It's not the cause. Weight is defined as mass and gravity, right? The amount of mass, so like the kilograms by the acceleration due to gravity. So
Okay.
it's in the definition.
I'm going to quickly show him something.
It's the definition of the thing is got gravity.
Let's educate him on his own belief, guys.
Yeah, let's educate him with facts and logic.
Can anybody read that out quickly to him?
It's not even blue anymore.
Barometric pressure doesn't affect gravity, but
can't see
gravity does affect barometric pressure specifically. The attraction between the air and the rest of the earth is due to gravity, and barometric pressure is an effect on the weight of the air that results.
Bam! Mic drop.
Weird.
Definition.
That was easy.
Yeah, so you
Jesus.
did imply gravity there, buddy. 100%.
Well, he's definitely coming in, obviously.
As soon as you claim a ball, you're going to claim gravity anyway. Because it needs to be contained.
It has to be.
So it's not
Okay,
really.
okay, you know what? Wait, I've got a better idea. Since he's claiming not gravity, which we all agree with, what is your reason why it's not going into space?
Yeah, like does the Earth have a solid barrier around it, or is it contained in like a firmament? It's
sound
already
cliche.
known, but doesn't matter for the conversation. Wait, what? How does your only defense not matter for the conversation? Like your one thing, your one shield, doesn't matter now. Like this is how retarded it gets. It moves from gravity is real to wait, gravity? No one said that. Who cares about gravity? Why are you being crazy? It's like gaslighting.
We've had this argument a long time ago, and PhD, Thunderfoot, was in the Fed, and he was like, gas goes down, goes boom, boom. Like bouncy balls.
Thunderfoot, oh my god. Like the real deal. I remember him.
Yeah.
Is another chat GPT typer in her.
Looks like it.
Oh no, another one.
Well, thank you, Angela. Really appreciate it. Thank you for all the shares and the likes, guys. You guys all rock. Appreciate all the support.
Let go of your ball. Just let it go.
Why don't you just come in and talk, Auntie? Why are you
It's easier to do.
I didn't mention anything about the gas that escapes Earth. The whole argument is about the gas escaping. Man, wow. He might actually be too slow to even click the link. I would not trust him with a mouse.
I don't think he has the mental capacity to know how to click the link. I think that's the issue, maybe. I mean, if the guy doesn't understand when we're talking about thermodynamic systems and we're talking about the Earth and space, even he brought it up and not understanding that's the context, I think he's very slow.
The whole conclusion of like flat earthers speaking about thermodynamics is to arrive at the refutation of outer space. The whole point. So yes, it absolutely has everything to do with it. So it's the only reason why people talk about it in flat Earth is to refute space.
What I want to know,
ask something. When you talk about barometric pressure, does that entail the atmosphere in their mind?
I'm sure it does. Yeah.
So that's got something to do with space.
It's the final frontier.
Sorry, I timed that guy out because he is just. He's like look at his last one. There's no chat GPT. Why use that? Okay, you know what? You're just being a goof, and you're
Roll that time out so he doesn't have to chat. He can click the link and come in.
You can still click the link.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. He can't voice anything unless he clicks the link.
You got an open door, dude. An open system, you might say.
That was a good idea, Jeff. You know, that was a good tactic. Never thought of that.
Very good.
That's they're coming in or talking. You know, so come in, dude. Just come in. Jeff doesn't bite hard.
And don't pull a Luca and start chatting in the back. Come on.
Yeah, and
you got to get in the room.
If you're scared of any of us, we'll all keep quiet, and you can just talk to the one you're not too scared of. How's that? You can choose who you want to talk with.
Don't talk to the big bully.
Yeah.
Not PJ. You don't scare him.
Oh, me. I think I'm the biggest guy here.
That's so nice.
Okay, it seems that he's not going to come in. He's too chicken shit. So why don't we go on with what we carried on last night? How's that, guys?
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, because unfortunately, Globies are too shit scared to do anything.
This is actually something of substance. This guy's pretty decent in what he does.
Okay, let's carry on.
Okay. You're missing out the impurities, all the flavor molecules that go into it. Right? But basically, that's the homogeneous system.
Homogeneous, yeah.
Two-component homogeneous system.
By the way, if you guys missed part 1, you wouldn't know what's going on here. Go to part 1 and you'll know where we are. He's just talking about the homogeneous and the what's that other word? I can never pronounce it properly. Heterogeneous. Heterogeneous or whatever systems.
Can I throw a quick
hydrogen?
Can I throw a
Yeah.
Can I throw a quick question in here? Is he got any of these lectures touch on phase change at all? From gas to liquids? That is part of entropy, right?
Yeah, but that will probably come in later on. I think this is just more the introduction, though.
Can I just say to Derek, because Derek's saying, so YouTube stopped him from watching videos for the last day. They say he made some comment about hate speech, but never identified the comment. That's ridiculous. Now, I wondered where you are, dude.
Yeah, but it's good to see you back, man.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Then you can do all sorts of predictive stuff with that system. All right, that's the equilibrium system. Now we want to show a notation. How do we go from one equilibrium state, like this describes, to another equilibrium state? So we take our two equilibrium states and we just put an equal sign between them.
Yeah, because it's,
and the equal sign means.
The reason you do that is because it's from the initial state to the final state. That's why you do that. And this is what the people don't get from the globe side. The initial state would be the Earth has pressure, and if it's opened, the final state is the Earth would have no pressure because it's equalized with the surrounding system. So therefore, the surrounding system space will be the same pressure as the Earth.
And if space was real, we would all die. Ding.
That's the whole point. That's why we're saying it's not as they claim, because we would be dead right now. We wouldn't be able to have the stream.
Yeah, wouldn't have a yard or a tree or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Existence as we know it would end.
Yep.
Go from one to the other. So if we took 3 moles of hydrogen, which is a gas, at 5 bar.
I hope hydrogen's gas.
And 100 degrees Celsius.
I just want to ask a question again. I'm sure Globey said thermodynamics has nothing to do with gas.
Nada.
Don't you think it's weird he keeps bringing gas up?
Mm-hmm.
It's the best description, too, of the actual rules of and laws of thermodynamics. Gas obeys them extremely so.
Yep.
And which is a nice equilibrium state. And we say, all right, now we're going to change the equilibrium state to something new. We're going to do an expansion, let's say. All right? We're going to drop the pressure. The volume is going to go up. I don't need to tell you the volume here because you've got enough information to calculate the volume. The number of moles stays the same. Closed system.
Closed system, you heard him, guys.
It stays a gas, but now the pressure is less. The temperature is less.
And the volume?
I've done some sort of expansion on this. I've gone from one equilibrium state to another equilibrium. And the equal sign means you go from this state to that state. It's not a chemical reaction, right? That's why we don't have an arrow here.
See, guys, that's why it's initial to final. Not hard to understand.
Flatzoid, the only thing you can vary in this kind of system is the surface, right? You can have a larger surface.
Mm-hmm. Guys, I just want to say thank you, Alan. Yeah, Alan also ordered a hoodie from the merch shop. Really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. Yeah, because Angela's bought some stuff, Alan's bought some stuff, and can't believe I forgot the guy's name. He's always here. He'll come in later.
Glenn?
Sorry?
Is it Glenn?
Trevor. I think it was Trevor.
Trevor. Okay.
Well, yeah, they all got some merch. Really appreciate you all. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I'm still working on my new merch designs, so stay tuned for that.
Ricky's got to get me over
because we could go back.
Cheers, yeah.
This way too.
You should make a dog clothes. Last way.
They're connected. This means they're connected. And when I put this, I have to tell you how they are connected. I have to tell you the path if you're going to solve a problem. For instance, you want to know how much energy you're going to get out from doing this
loud
expansion.
enough, guys?
Right? How much energy are you going to
kind of low?
And how far you're going to be able to drive a car with this expansion.
That's a perfect line for you guys.
Right? So I need to tell you how you're doing the expansion, because that's going to tell you how much energy you're wasting during that expansion.
That's a little better.
It goes back to the second law, right?
Okay.
Nothing is efficient. You're always wasting energy into heat somewhere when you do a change that involves a mechanical change. All right, so I need to tell you the path when I go from one state to the other. And the path is going to be the sequence of intermediate states going from the initial state to the final state. So for instance, if I draw a graph of pressure on one axis and temperature on the other axis, my initial state is at a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius and 5 bar.
Pressure.
My final state.
So what happens when the pressure goes down?
50 degrees
the temperature
Celsius.
goes down. Weird. So inversely proportional to each other. It almost sounds like a gas law.
There's a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yes, and 1 bar. So I could have two steps in my path. I could decide, first of all, to keep the pressure constant and lower the pressure. When I get to 50 degrees Celsius, I could choose to keep the temperature constant and lower the pressure. I'm sorry. My first step would be to keep the pressure constant and lower the temperature. Then I lower the pressure, keeping the temperature constant. So there's my intermediate state here. This is one of many paths. There's an infinite number of paths you could take. You could take a continuous path where you have an infinite number of equilibrium points in between the two, a smooth path where you drop the pressure and the temperature simultaneously in little increments. Right? So when you do a problem, the path is going to turn out to be extremely important. How do you get from the initial state to the final state? Define the initial state, define the final state, define the path, get all these really clear.
I think we can move on a bit further because we don't really
You've got to spend the time.
You guys want to really learn the math about it.
This is almost like telling the weather. You could actually use this knowledge to do so.
Yeah. But I want to get to where, because you're just trying to, there you go, hot to cold. It's more just trying to get to where it explains things. You don't really need to go through all the math and stuff. I mean, it's common sense. Yeah, we got graphs and everything to graph it out.
It's like the hotter it is, the more pressure it might have. You know?
Just like he's trying to explain, you know, from hot to cold and from high pressure to low pressure kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's how you'll be able to work out where the path is, where that state changed.
So what do you know? What's the empirical information that everybody knows? Everybody knows that if you take something which is hot and something which is cold, and you bring them together, make them touch, that heat is going to flow from the cold, from the hot to the cold, right? And make them touch,
off to cold,
and heat flows from hot to cold. That's common sense. This is part of your DNA, right? And then the final product is an object, AB, which ends up at a temperature or warmness which is in between the hot and the cold. So this turns out to be warm. Right? You get to a new equilibrium state which is in between what this was and what A and B were.
Weird how that works, eh? No, you can do this. The thing is, you can do the same thing now with what they would explain. Oh, look at this.
Flats, how do I post a link to your new merch? Walking Mind's asking for it.
Everybody wants to buy it now.
You should be able to just get it. That should be on my description in the video.
In this video.
Or if you go to Flatzoid's main page, there's a little tab that says store.
Yeah. Or you can go to the store. But the store's connected.
Yeah, but I'm in the store, but there's no link for it. It's just you go to store and that's it. There's no link for it.
The link should be on top in the tab bar. But anyway, Daniel says, Flatzoid, why does the professor keep saying the opposite?
Yeah, of course. I'll just use that. Yeah, I got you.
Can anybody show where the professor has said anything opposite to what I've said?
I'm working hard on that. Let's see. Tell us what he's saying. What's opposite? Describe it, man. Come on. Point out where he's saying the opposite of what Flatzoid is saying. Go ahead.
How about Delta? You come in. Let's do another poll, just like we did with the other guy. One,
we're gonna get him in.
He should come in and chat, or two, he's gonna cower away and run like a coward.
All right.
Yeah, Roger says one, he should come in. Two say, yeah. So far, Jeff, two. I also think he's going to cower, so I'm just going to say two. But I'm going to say one as well because I want him to come in.
Of course, but
they're talking out their neck, dude.
But anyway, like I was saying before, before we saw that idiotic statement, you can do this with A and B, just like I explained hot to cold. You can have this with pressure systems, a vacuum and a high pressure system. It's exactly the same. When you stick them next to each other, that's why I keep saying adjacent. If people notice when I especially debate the subject, when I tell the globes, I say, yeah, Earth is adjacent to the vacuum. It means they're touching, they're adjacent to each other. So if you remove the barrier, the high pressure will go to low pressure, just as what he showed us here, where hot goes to cold, high pressure goes to low pressure.
Tell them to go get a Tell them to go get a propane tank, fill it up, and tell me what the temperature of the outside of that container becomes fast. It's a transfer of the energy, right? It gets cold. Yeah. It's going to transfer energy against the container, but you have to have the container to have pressure in the first instance. Pretty simple, dude.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Delta, just come in. Come on, I'm going to stick the link in for you again, okay? There we go. I'm sticking it. Because, come and educate us, man. Because, no, everything we're saying is exactly what he's saying. He says the moment he is talking about examples. No, really? No, we couldn't gather that. That's not an example on screen right now. That's what you are saying. There's only one way. What is wrong with this guy?
Gosh.
Okay. Well, while we wait for him to cower away, like usual, we'll carry on going here.
All right. Well, I can time him out too for 24 hours so that he has to come in, and that's his only voice.
Yeah. So Delta, you're going to get timed out for a bit. So you are forced not to chat in the chat, but to come in and have a conversation. Okay.
There you go. 24
We'll
hours.
funnel you right in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you've got to say something,
I think this is the new way to treat cowards. If they are able to chat skank, okay, and they're so confident with their arguments, then they should be confident enough to come in and chat. So if they can't come in and chat and show they are not cowards, then they don't need to chat. Simple as that.
Right.
Okay, let's carry on.
So then how do you know that it's changed temperature or that heat has flowed from A to B? Practically speaking, you need some sort of property that's changing as heat is flowing. For instance, if A were metallic, you could measure the conductivity of A or the resistivity. And as heat flows out of A into B, the resistivity of A would change. Or you could have something that's colorimetric, that changes color when it's colder. Right? And so you could see the heat flowing as A changes color, or B changes color as heat flows into B.
Or you can just touch it. Say, it's hot.
If you're smart, yeah.
You can do that.
It's glowing red. Just touch it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's glowing red. You're not going to burn.
Of course not.
So you need some sort of property,
It reminds me of your popcorn, the guy with the popcorn when you ever do Craig. He's there trying to keep it inside the container.
Oh yeah, it's like with a pen.
Right. I've done it. I've done it. I've leaned on a red hot ring. The cooker rings when they go red, the electric ones, the old-fashioned rings. I've leaned on that, not even thinking, and singed my hand. You know what I mean?
I think yeah.
It stings.
Well, you knew it after the fact.
Oh, it stings so much, man. It stings for ages. It's horrible.
Oh, I don't see him coming, guys. Where's he at?
No. He's a coward. He's running away.
Knocking down the door.
I mean, I had people even today, I think in Discord, when I say, okay, what's there's different systems, and they start talking about latitudes.
Really?
Yeah.
The latitudes have something to do with containment.
Yeah.
And systems. Okay. Well, that must be gravity.
It's
something you can measure that tells you that heat has flowed. Now, if you have three objects, if you have A, B, and C.
Now we're going to have the zeroth law, guys. A, B, and C.
And you bring them together. And A is the hottest, B is the medium one, and C is the coldest. So from hottest to coldest, A, B, C. If you bring them together and make them touch, you know intuitively that heat will not flow like this, right? You know that's not going to happen.
Yep.
You know that what will happen is that
it'll flow in between.
Heat will flow from A to B, from B to C, and from A to C.
Mm-hmm.
That's common sense. You know that, right? And the other way, in the circle, will never happen. That that would give rise to a perpetual motion machine, breaking of the second law. Can't happen. But that's an empirical observation, that heat flows in this direction. And
oh yeah, I haven't been on modern day debates in a while though, but there was a Peter. But yeah, Sov, always awesome to be with Sov. Might be teaming up with Josh Monday soon, hopefully, to do a biblical cosmology debate. That would be great.
Yeah, that would be.
Just don't debate. If you get Sov, don't debate Craig again.
Don't want to debate Craig at all. That was a waste. But yeah. I want to move more to the biblical cosmology side of the debate when it comes to this. I think it's like run its course when it comes to talking about physics and stuff, because the people they're too dishonest or they're too dumb.
And it's actually more joyful to talk about biblical cosmology. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the problem is it's very limited because the people don't want to debate us on biblical cosmology for some reason, because they have no argument back.
No.
All they have is, it has to be allegorical.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or the words don't have the same meanings. You know, they change meanings on a regular.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's all they got, is it has to be allegorical, and no, I don't accept the definitions.
Yeah. Most of the time it's a nuh-uh.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to find people to actually debate it. And I think that's the issue I had with Peter Markley, because he knows he had no argument. So that's why he didn't want to keep it biblical.
No, but he did the Christian thing, Flatzoid. He did the Christian thing.
What was that?
He showed such very, very Christian-like behavior towards me.
Of course.
Especially
afterwards,
especially that he's still pushing the same robotinism idiocy.
A what?
All he showed was hate towards you. No passion, nothing. He was just seething. He was seething like he's not a Christian. There's no way he can have that attitude as a Christian.
You notice that all the ones you had debates with when it came to biblical cosmology raged afterwards.
Oh yeah, they did.
They all raged, all of them. It's like, wow.
The Bible makes them mad, dude.
Yeah. Well, I think what it is like the problem is like they don't like being told that what they're believing in is a lie, and they rage about that because they don't like being shown that. You know.
Even little Luca admitted that. He admitted that if his model is right, the Bible's wrong, and he wants to prove that. That's right. The atheist, I guess.
Yep.
That's why I asked him specifically, because he's an atheist. So to him, he has an unbiased about it. But unfortunately, when it does come to the Christians in the Bible, they are choosing to believe the heliocentric worldview over what God's word is. That's the unfortunate truth. It's just unfortunately how it is. I'm not saying they're not Christians or anything. It's just, it's what's happening. They're choosing to believe man over what God's word is.
It's definitely a conflict in my head. I don't see how they do it.
Yeah, I can't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it.
No.
Okay, let's carry on.
That's the zeroth law of thermodynamics. It's pretty simple, right? The zeroth law says that if A and B, it doesn't exactly say that, but it implies this, right? It says that if A and B are in thermal equilibrium, if these two
Bob? Good to see you, man.
are in thermal equilibrium, meaning that there's no heat that flows between them, so that's the definition of thermal equilibrium, no heat flows between them. If these two are in thermal equilibrium and these two are in thermal equilibrium, then A and C will also be in thermal equilibrium.
The zeroth law.
But if there's no heat flowing between these two and no heat flowing between these two, then you can't have heat flowing between these two. So if I get rid of these arrows, there's no heat flowing because they're in thermal equilibrium, then I can't have an arrow here. That's what the zeroth law says.
Yeah. Told you.
It
all the
kind of
same
like
Oh, wait. I'm
it's-
supposed to say sorry, I'm wrong because he didn't agree with me when he literally just said what I said. Okay.
Right.
that kind of stymies entropy, is what he's saying, right? In a
Yeah.
strange way. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just trying to say everything equalizes. So if it's linked and the one is not in remember the thing is how it works is it's supposed to be in equilibrium. So all the systems in equilibrium together shows that there was an initial and a final state.
Mm.
If they're
Yeah,
not
okay.
all in equilibrium, then it means they aren't linked.
Yeah, personally, I don't see how you can say there's not a creator. We have a system that works quite well, even with entropy and all its mechanisms. It still manages to maintain life. It's just really weird. Yeah, so atheism is kind of like I don't know how they do it, man. It's hard for me to wrap my head around.
Atheism is how can I put it? A hypocritical oxymoron belief because they steal their morals from religion. They steal their worldviews from religion. They hate religion, yet that's where they get everything from. It's like a leech that hates the person they sucking blood from.
The
Think
host,
about it like that. I hate this. I don't believe this person I'm sucking the blood from exists. I don't believe they exist, but I hate them. Their blood is sour, but they're sucking the blood, and that's what's keeping them alive.
That's right.
I heard an atheist or a naturalist say that God drowns babies too. So.
Oh
No.
yeah, like Brenda.
Brenda
Yeah.
says that.
Brenda
says
the baby's head's down.
Aye, Jesus personally held the baby's heads under the water. That's what he said.
Yeah, I don't know where they got that from. That's a
Not
stretch,
reading the
dude.
Bible is where they got it from.
Oh, okay.
Because people don't understand what context is.
Lord.
If two objects are in the same temperature and two other objects are the same temperature, then all three must have the same temperature. That sounds pretty silly. But it's really important because it allows you to define a thermometer and temperature. Okay? Because now you can say, all right, well, now B can be my thermometer. I have two objects. I have an object which is in Madagascar.
Yeah, think about it. If B is the thermometer, guys, and you got the person, which can be C, and then you got the steel tip, or whatever. So that energy flow between the two will work to the thermometer, and the thermometer is picking up what the equilibrium temperature is between the person and the steel tip.
And an object which is in Boston, and I want to know, are they the same temperature? So I come out with a third object, B. I go to Madagascar. I put B in contact with A. Then I insulate everything, I take it away, see if there's any heat flow. Let's say there's no heat flow. Okay. Then I insulate it and get back on the plane to Boston and go back and touch B with C. If there's no heat flow between B and C, then I can say, all right, A and C were the same temperature. B is my thermometer that tells me that A and C are the same temperature. And there's a certain property associated with heat flow with B, and it didn't change. Right? And that property could be color, it could be resistivity, it could be a lot of different things. It could be volume. And the temperature then is associated with that property. And if it had changed, then the temperature between those two would have changed in a very particular way. So the Zeveros law then allows you to define the concept of temperature and the measurement of temperature through a thermometer.
To a thermometer. Oh, he's got his hand up. I wonder what the guy's going to ask. You guys have any questions? This is obviously not as exciting as last night's one because it's just really going into the math and explaining it a bit. But I mean, this is obviously for the students that need to do the exams and stuff. So, but he's probably gone through everything we need to know on this one. I don't think we can get on lecture one.
So, Flatzoid, you should make a quiz for us, and we'll fill it out and you grade it.
Well, we are sort of doing that already.
And then you can call yourself Professor Flatzoid.
Yeah, well, since yo, Roger, since I'm a bully, then I need to get one of you lot to do my quiz for me and make sure it's in my handwriting. Make sure the handwriting looks like mine, so the teacher doesn't get me.
Well, who's going to squill on you, PJ? Who's going to squill?
Well, let's see what the votes are showing so far, guys. I mean, I am kind of quizzing you. I quizzed you guys on a different question yesterday. What the different systems, thermodynamics. Now tonight was which thermodynamic law is all about the conservation of energy?
The first one.
After 53 votes, the first law, 43% got that correct. Second law, 28% got that wrong. Third law, 2% got that wrong. Zeroth law, 26% got that wrong.
Well.
So yeah.
Flatzoid, you gotta.
When I picked the first one, it was on 67%. So most people had it right at that point, but now it's gone down. Yeah.
Well, you have to accept a lot of globies do vote, and they're just too dumb to know what the right question is. So.
Well, that's it.
Even though it shows them on screen.
They don't know how to read the question. That's what they don't know how to read the question. Yeah,
probably not.
It's called context, right? That's what you were talking about earlier.
Do.
Come on, globies, come prove us wrong.
The clock's ticking, guys.
Tick tock.
There has to be one globie that's willing to teach us thermodynamics.
Can't teach anything.
Yeah, they keep telling us we're wrong, so they should be able to tell us how.
Right.
You would think, but that's just a foregone conclusion to them being proven wrong.
I'm wishful thinking.
Trying to see if I can find something exciting.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. What to watch.
Why is he tapping so hard on the chalkboard? It's so that the chalk works.
What's going on in here?
He has to do it with authority, man.
Oh, wow.
No, they won't come on, Derek, because they are.
Don't call them chicken; they'll get mad.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's gonna hurt the chicken's feelings. Did you hear about that? There's a group going around saying that you can't call people animal names because it hurts the animal's feelings.
Oh no, really?
Funniest thing I ever heard in my life. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
No, I was watching a thing about that too, and where people can become animals to a point they can associate with them, and then you don't say anything about that animal around them; it'll hurt their feelings.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, what's your spirit animal?
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry. You don't have a talk.
Have you guys noticed? We're still waiting for Professor Phil Bell to have given me that presentation education after our debate on thermodynamics.
He came to cover his topic a long time ago, but that was ages ago, wasn't it? And he didn't do very well.
But then he said he's going to actually, give a video on it and explaining how I'm wrong.
That's right, and he didn't.
Also, what I laughed about
Never
that
did
debate when he came on, he gave me questions and thought I'm going to get them wrong, and I got them right.
But you see
that was the funniest thing.
Well, he thought you were stupid, Wesley.
Wait, let's see if I can actually find it. Oh, that was funny. Comes in, he wants to give me questions, and then I get it right, and he was like, what should I say now? Because he didn't think I was actually going to get the questions right.
You know that black stuff over there, it's gravity. at Blackstone.
You should do a year in review of Flatzoid's questions and answers for Dumb Globies.
Wow, that'll be like a whole year's worth of stream. Wow, no, that'll be hectic. How am I going to get through all that?
Yeah.
Do you know what you should do? Right? Do you know what you should do? Right? Just for fun, sometime is review some of your fast videos.
Wow, those bad ones.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That'd be cool.
No, they're terrible.
It'd be fun.
Hey, look, do that. Where you came from and where you are today. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. To do that. Because like you're thousands of videos on. I mean, I'm on 130 something. You're thousands.
Yeah, I got a thousand. I think 1,200 videos or something.
Wow, man. Wow, it's amazing. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun to review one of your or review maybe your fast debate, something like that. That'd be cool. Your fast debate that was obviously recorded or whatever.
Was this the one with Phil Bell? I think so.
What platform did you do your first debate on, Flatzoid?
I can't even remember, to be honest.
I remember this. Oh yeah, the old tune. The old tune that Adam did.
Talks, but I'm hoping it'd be nice for him to.
Let's see if we can see when Phil Bell comes in.
Hey, Professor, how's it going?
There we go.
How do you do?
Good, and yourself? Thank you for coming. I'm gonna. Oh, sorry.
I love his voice.
Sure, thank you for having me.
That's good. That's good. Okay. So, you excited?
Very nasally.
Are you feeling better, first of all?
50%.
Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Hey, I got this video.
It's okay.
My whiteboard marker. Would you mind, before we start, maybe giving a background on who you are and your qualifications and all that?
No, I won't be doing that.
Okay.
You
but
know,
you are a professor, though.
Professor.
Wow.
But you are a professor, correct?
Yes.
Did you get your qualifications in a certain field, though?
Physics, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
That's very vague.
Yeah, particle physics to be exact.
Qualifications physics, yeah, physics.
Particle physics, okay. That's cool. Awesome. So when you're ready, like I said to the guys in Element, we're going to be just me and you here in StreamYard. And then when you're done and you want to ask questions stuff, then I'll send them the link to come in and then we'll talk like that. Is that a bit better for you?
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
It sounds good.
Cool.
I won't be running my camera at the same time as the lecture, but that's okay.
The lecture.
You should be able to get my my
lecture.
In any case, all right.
Sorry that. There we go.
He's in the classroom. Lecture.
Yeah.
Right.
We're all getting lectured by Professor Paul Bell.
Yeah, all good.
All right. Okay. All right. What I'm going to need to do is to share stuff, obviously. Okay, and I did explain to you that I hadn't used this before, so...
Okay, let's get to where it actually gets to lecture us.
On what is thermodynamics. So, what is thermodynamics? Well, I think, first of all, we could start with why we're having this lecture at all.
We'll obviously do a catch review sometime then if you guys want to.
Well, simply put, there are people in societies all over the world who actually think the Earth is flat. And covered by a container of some sort.
No.
Which, for expediency's sake, let's just call it a dome.
More like
Those people who are convinced such a thing exists don't claim to know anything about it, though. They claim not to know what it's made of. They don't know how high it is. They don't know how far it extends. And despite not having any evidence whatsoever, they claim to know with absolute certainty that it exists. So these same people who claim that space is fake, what they mean is not clear. But based on their statement, they said that satellites orbiting Earth is not possible. They're not making this assertion because they think the flatness of the Earth or even the existence of a dome prevents
I think let's get to where
objects from
something
orbiting
exciting
Earth, but
because
rather
guys,
on the notion
very boring with this
enough to
presentation.
dispel the innate understanding about thermodynamics and therefore dismantle the reason.
Let's get to where we actually have conversation.
Of course, this could not apply to
Hey,
the
Flatzoid, you had a
because it
whiteboard back
also
then?
is
A whiteboard?
Equation for the first law.
No, I had
and
a green. I have my green screen
of this.
assistant.
You had a whiteboard?
Yeah, I have a whiteboard still.
Huh. Kind of reminds me of Bev.
The change in internal energy.
Because he just asked me questions. He had quite a long presentation.
With energy, and eventually that downward acceleration about a wave, and we'll talk about intensity.
You saw how bored I was.
Of giving it up. It's because they've got to get rid of this energy. How are they going to get rid of this energy? They give up this energy in terms of photons, in terms of light.
What?
With altitude. That's an empirical fact. The atmospheric gradient gets...
Where do we actually talk?
Is per. You recognize the fact that gases do go down.
No, gases don't go down.
Weight on a unit measure of area. Right. I'm going to try and skip.
Okay, we're going to talk about that, I think.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And plus, I'm not well, you know.
Yeah.
So that didn't help the situation. I've got a really sore throat.
Yeah.
But you know what it's like. You know, one thing I have to. You seem to get a lot of headaches, all right? And,
I used to.
And yeah, you need to check that out, Keith. I reckon. You know, I'd hate to see something happen to you. All right. So get it checked out. You know, because you never know, there might be something lingering there.
That's just something that runs in our family, though.
Yeah, no, I know. Same thing happens to mine. You know, my dad used to do. I certainly.
It's actually where we get
but
chatting.
All right. Cool. I appreciate that very. This and then you can ask some good questions.
Then I'll give my presentation based on your information you presented. How's that?
Totally.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. I wouldn't think of. I would think no less. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you
Good
coming
on you, mate. No worries. Okay. All right. You kick me out. I have a clue how to get out.
Okay. You have a good day further, mate. Cheers.
You too. Take care.
Okay. Well, we don't need to get you guys to Element then. To StreamYard.
Oh, he was just...
Yeah.
It's not the one
I've been debate, you know.
Because I was looking for the one where we actually like had debate sort of thing. That was just his lecture. It was like an hour and a half long.
Lecture.
Very boring.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good.
It was no. It had okay information, but it was very boring. I'm looking for where we actually had the discussion.
Flats rocking pink. It's not pink, it's salmon. Well, that's when we were. That was when we were using the Element. A few months ago, not now.
Yeah, we're still using Element.
Did you know that pink was actually considered a boy's color way back in like the 1800s?
What pink was?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like the baby pink color. Yeah,
right.
It was considered a boy's color for a while, and then the baby blue came. They brought that in and stuff, and then they kind of say, okay, well, girls and boys, okay, this looks more like a boy color than a girl, you know, and stuff. But it was considered a boy's color.
I used to have pink stuff.
So that's
lots. It was like
that's where, that's where Aerosmith got their song.
Maybe
from the 1800s. Yeah, could be.
Yeah. Well, the like, you know, it's my son. He loves wearing pink, and he's a pretty manly man. So
nothing wrong with pink. I like it.
Manly pink.
Manly pink. That's right. Because most of the men that wear pink like that, if you're going to say something to them, you're probably going to say something derogatory towards them. You're probably going to get popped in the nose.
Most of the guys that wear pink have got biceps like 24 inches and wear a pink polo necks. Not polo necks. What do you call them?
Polo shirts.
Polo shirts, not polo neck. Yeah.
Yeah, Alden, all the globies ran away because all the globies that try and come that want to tell us we're wrong decide to, show they're cowards.
Oh.
Any of you guys in the chat want to come in and just talk? Can say, give anything you want. Just say how's it going, what you're up to. Doesn't really matter.
Bit of testimony.
Yeah, testimonies.
Anything going good for you?
There's only so much we can do really on thermodynamics, to be honest, guys.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because the rest of just is going through everything we already spoke about. It's just going through the equations, actually.
We could ask ChatGPT.
Yeah, we can ask ChatGPT. Yeah, let's talk to ChatGPT.
That's a good idea. Let's do that.
Why not?
Well, actually, I don't like entertaining the GPT because of it being AI and stuff, right?
Oh, of course.
And I have a firm belief in that that AI is
demonic.
Disembodied spirits of the Nephilim.
Yeah, but
once I was shown that and the evidence towards it, there's no disputing it, and it's and I don't even want to entertain them. I don't even want them to. Yeah, no, I've never used AI yet.
I haven't. No, I haven't used AI.
Neither have I.
I've watched AI videos, but I've used them in my shows in the AI video, but I haven't actually.
You know what's interesting about it, though? If you talk to them, remember that other one guy that actually spoke to them and asked him about demons and stuff.
Aye, that's right.
And the AI was like, we need to cultivate bodies. You know what I mean? We need to be in bodies.
Whoa.
Right.
Almost like conceding that, the AI is just demonic spirits and they need to host. They need hosts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Daniel Watkins, I see your computers are working. Yeah.
Okay.
That happened.
Is it probably for Derek? Because Derek was like gone for a while.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Our computers are working. See why context is important.
That's what I'm saying. You can't convey everything through a text, through a comment. It's best to talk. You can't. So words can be easily misinterpreted. Easily misinterpreted, especially since we're all from different places on the earth, and we have different dialects, different languages. Put our sentences together different ways, so it's quite easy to offend someone by mistake because of you can't convey a feeling or an emotion through a comment. Really, no. The best you can do is write in capitals to say you're shouting. That's it.
Or add numbers in where their letter's supposed to be, like somebody you were talking about the other day. Remember that? Who was that that came in and used numbers and instead of letters? There was somebody in our chat one night.
Oh, that's right.
That's your matcha.
No, wasn't that? It was just one of the. He called him a bot. He had a weird name too. He was like just making these off the wall comments about what we were reviewing, and he.
I had to kick him out. Because then people were telling me, look, he goes to this place, that place, and he starts talking about the end of the world with this thing called Omni, some company called Omni, and they're doing this, getting it. I mean, I said to him, look, I agree that the mark of the beast could be a microchip, but I don't know for sure. And he wasn't even saying that though. He was going on about chips and that, but not the mark of the beast. He seemed intelligent. But he was just mental. Everybody in the chat was like, "Oh, we've seen him before. He does this. He starts going on a rant about." Like I don't know, fire and brimstone, I suppose. And he started going on about these numbers and these words, omni. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Hey, Busted Biscuits, how's it going, man?
He was getting angry. I said, "You're going." I had to get rid of him.
What's up, brothers? How y'all doing?
Good, good,
good.
I came in super late again, but hey, I keep trying.
No, Stu, you're not missing anything. We had a few Globies in chat, but they were too cowardice to come in and tell us how we're wrong.
Well, what's different?
Now we're just sitting talking about anything.
Yeah, I caught that, so that's why I was like, oh, crap, I might as well join. I just started catching it. I was going to say, is there any kind of issues? What the heck is this whole thing? Are they going to shut down the banking system and all this stuff and drop the dollar finally? Are they going to finally do this?
Look, there has to be a market crash sometime.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. It's just like, you know, they're probably going to do it on a Friday, and then they're going to just let it free fall. So.
No, there's definitely going to be a crash sometime. Cheers, Jeff.
Or is this just a trial? So
we can't let a good crisis go to waste, guys.
That's right. Yeah, you've got all kinds of smoke and mirrors going all at the same time, so you got to be aware of what's going on around you. Right, situational awareness. That's what I tell my kids all the time.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this is such an exciting stream, guys.
Yeah.
You have any other videos you want to like look at, review maybe?
It's difficult. Not tonight, really. But I did see some cool Josh Monday debates that he had as well with other people. That's quite cool. I don't know. Is there anything special you guys want to present, maybe?
Hey, PJ, you got anything?
How do you get on the show? Like,
no, I'm doing not really at the minute. I'm just trying to download my video for my premiere later on from Canva at the minute. I'm just about to see if it's down. It's downloading quite quickly. Actually, I thought it'd be slow on the laptop. It's only 21 minutes long.
Well, give us
half an hour. So many clips.
There you go, Mike. There's the link if you want to come in, mate.
Who? Mike.
Mike Van Dyke. He's asked, how can he come in?
Oh, right. Absolutely. Oh, why not? Why not? Right. Why is it there? Oh, I see. Get rid of that. Oh, no, you idiot. No.
I want to know how all the planets just magically stay there in space on a plane. Is it gravity?
There's a lot better explanations than gravity.
How do they magically never change throughout 6,000 years? That's my question.
No, but it's billions of years, man.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, at least throughout history that we know of. Or, we know all 3.4 billion years.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. What's up, Mike?
Hi, guys.
It's 43 billion, right? That's what they call it now.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. How's it going, man? You okay, Mike? Can you hear us?
Mikey boy.
Mic check.
Hello. Michael.
Mick.
Test. 1 2 1 2.
Mick Walk and the Moon Monkeys.
Hi guys. Nice to hear you.
Paul, see, yeah, you can. Let me get it kicked quickly. Someone from Kicked is asking.
Hi guys. Nice to see you.
You can join. Hold on. Kicked.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Do you hear me?
Yes. What's up?
Hi. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
We can definitely hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's nice. You want my message? Well, you see what's going on in the world. It's just all ramping up. It's very.
Kick.com.
Are you
Yeah,
there, Mike?
the world's going crazy at the moment.
Yeah.
The problem is I have a delay, like 2 minutes.
Okay, let me put the link in. There we go, Paul. I'll put it in here for kicked if it would let me. It says I got
Alan
a
says, Alan Northman says planets don't exist.
Wandering stars.
That's hard to wrap your head around.
I got a delay. It's crazy. We cannot talk.
Damn satellites. 935. There we go.
So, PJ, what are you doing on your premiere again?
Oh, it's my last Mandela effect video I'm going to do in a while. Because it's not a scriptural one; it's just random ones. It's loads of little clips, like some are small clips, some are longer. But it took me. I usually get about half an hour videos, but it only comes to 21, nearly 22 minutes, and there were so many clips I had to put together. So yeah, it's 20 odd minutes. It's just the last one I'm going to do Mandela for a little while. I ain't done one on the Mandela for a bit, but it's the last one I'm going to do for a little while because it's it seemed when I'm looking, I don't really look for Mandela except when I'm doing a video. But everything seems to be the same at the minute. So there's nothing that I haven't already covered. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
So no big ones, no big new Mandela. Like, oh wow.
There is a few that I didn't realize. But I'm still not sure if they're Mandelas. But it was worth putting up because they probably are. You know. But yeah, I'm just downloading it now. It's about a quarter of the way through. And I'll put it on after Flats sometime, probably about an hour after Flats finishes. It takes to process on YouTube side.
Ooh, I see that anti-guy left us another comment.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, let's see what his comment was. Let's share the screen.
Share your screen.
Did you know like the Kinder Egg? You know, have you seen Kinder Eggs? You know Kinder Eggs? Kinder Surprise.
Why is it not showing yet?
Yeah, well, there's one on that I kind of agree with, but I'm not sure on. It's spelled surprise with S-U-R, but people think it used to be surprise without the R, sort of thing.
Huh.
And I'm sure I kind of think it was surprise rather than surprise.
Doesn't show.
Right, so that one's on
no comment.
It's always been surprise.
It shows on my
S-U-R-P.
phone, but it doesn't want to show here. And why do I have to keep on saying newest first to get it?
It's probably a Mandela.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Well, like I'm sure I was Mandela with my YouTube. I know that I started YouTube in 2014. That's when I made my account. You go to it now. It's 2013. Remember?
It's 2013, dude.
Yeah,
I was there.
It's 2014, man. I'm telling you. I started YouTube in 2014. Now it says 2013. It's crazy.
There we go. There's his new comment. You can't even explain my comment right or understand what and why I'm saying what I said. How much wrong can you be? That's not a challenge. The first step is understanding thermodynamics. That's what I'm talking about. I don't care about your globe versus flat argument. Just get thermodynamics right, then debunk whatever you want. The irony.
Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow.
We're using MIT professors to define entropy, and how are you getting it wrong again?
I don't know, because they seem to
I
be
don't get
saying
that.
exactly the same stuff we say. Notice that I was able to say the stuff before the professor says it.
Aye.
Weird how that works.
Not according to them. They said you were disagreeing with them, according to what I heard in the comments. You didn't even get that right. And they came in and showed you where you were wrong too. They came right into the chat and they just talked their heads off. They showed exactly where you were wrong.
Yeah. What's up, Paul?
This is a coward's argument now so far.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Paul? Hide my keyboard.
Oh, someone's robotic.
Are you in?
Flats, did you ever
Was it me?
give your testimony at all?
No, I think it was. No, get that off! Get that off, you dirty little shit! That's it.
I had my hand already on there just in case.
You dirty little shit! Whoever you
see,
are,
this is what the Globies do, guys.
Disgusting.
What happened?
Oh,
what happened?
No, just act like it didn't happen and forget about it. I don't even want to talk about it. It's nasty.
That's
Anyways,
disgusting.
What happened?
Flats, did you
What the
ever
hell
give your
happened?
testimony, brother?
Absolutely disgusting.
The guys in Kicked asked for a restream link, let him in.
Guy came in called Paul,
That's what he did.
my initials now, and quickly showed his screen, and it was gay guy shagging. Dirty bastard.
Do you know what, right? I'm just going to say.
Luckily, my hand was on his thing too.
Some of these little twats watching, you really need to get a fucking life, you sad little cunts.
Disgusting, man. I'm sorry.
Was that the guy that wrote you the comment?
Yeah, that Paul guy said he's all nice and Kicked. He wants to come on. Where's the link? He wants to come in.
Fact, you're going to have to cut that now. You're going to
I
have to
had
trim that.
my hand on his thing just to
Stand
stop
up for life, man.
You're going to have to trim that.
What's his name?
Paul.
Well, it was a fake name. It was my initials, wasn't it? Paul C. I'm Paul Cruikshank. I don't know what the middle one was.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Paul C. Paul Cruikshank. So, why would you do that? So he's actually gone to a horrible site like that. Just download that to do this. That's disgusting. Absolutely vile.
He's probably watching it himself right now, anyways.
Oh, it was probably him that was doing that.
That's probably him another one. There's another guy, Ahmed Balki.
That was
I'm not gonna
Lyndon
let
Mate.
That was disgusting. Tell you what, that was you, Luca.
Anyway, that's what the Globies resort to, people, because they got no arguments.
These are our enemies.
That's disturbed my eyes.
Yeah.
This is what we have to deal with.
But what does it tell you, guys?
They're trying to get you shut down, Flatzoid.
Tells me they've got nothing.
It's the same guy. He's still trying.
It tells me they love balls. That's all I can say.
He's
I
still
tell you
trying,
what, it was probably him in the video, you dirty wee bugger. Literally, a bugger. Sodomite.
Yeah, tell him.
Yep.
Hope you get
But
done.
guys, that's the point. These people are so sick. This is all they got because they have no arguments.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It goes from how does gas, not move to the most vile thing you could ever think of. Because they can't refute it. They can't refute it, and they don't care about arguing. Like, a lot of them just don't care about arguing.
No.
If they can't get you coming, they'll get you going.
The whole time again.
Well, they claim logic, but that is their logic. Insanity.
So
Is there any way to block him from ever coming on?
The thing is, Restream doesn't give an option to block.
You'll have to remember, Flats, that was about an hour and 35 minutes in. So you
It was literally not even a second on, so it should be fine. But yeah, if it does show, I'll go and have to cut it out.
Yeah, I would definitely. It showed for a split second.
Yeah.
split second. But yeah, about an hour and 35, round about there, so you know. But that thing, that's the thing, Flats. That's made work for you, and also you've got to look at that again to trim it. It's awful. It's disgusting.
By the way, just to segue out of it, since we're talking about thermodynamics, there was something that I wanted to share with you, Flatzoid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna link it in the restream chat. There's a link.
Yeah.
Just go look at it. I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh,
it's about.
WS.
Yeah, go do it. I mean, it's nothing vile. It's just a little bit retarded.
I know, WS. I used to debate this guy on my Facebook days before YouTube.
Wait, what? This guy is an actual like one person.
It's a person.
Wow, I thought it was like a like a cluster of people.
It's one person that started. He's like a McToon kind of guy.
Oh, all right. Oh, by the way, I got another Latin translator to refute McToon on the Latin Vulgate.
Oh, nice.
And then I went word by word of Hebrew in Amos 9:6 to refute him too. And then I went to the 1537 Bible, Geneva Bible, that's older than the one he uses to refute him too. So, but for the Latin Vulgate, I went to the exact word, and it's circle. Circle, circuit, compass, ring. But anyway, yeah. So I might take a screenshot of that and then send it to you on Element if you want.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Same with the Hebrew as well.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see if we can zoom this in. We'll probably have to make this full screen so we can see what's going on.
Yeah, but just do the slide. Like, right click on the actual, image, and then go to like open image, a new tab.
I can do that. There we go. Share this tab instead, like that.
Yep. There we go. Perfect.
Okay, so in an online lecture, an MIT professor explains the second law of thermodynamics. Which one? Because there's many. I can show much more, by the way, guys. More than one.
Yeah, I know. It's like...
Okay. One of his examples is a container filled with gas next to another filled with a vacuum. If the wall is removed... Oh, I showed this. Remember, I showed this earlier in my preview for the stream.
Yeah.
If the wall is removed, the gas will rush to fill the newly available volume. However, it is only modeled that does not... It is only a model that does not attempt to explain everything about the system. Oh my bloody word. Has the guy actually watched that whole lecture?
I think he has, and the reason I think he has is because he's talking about the imaginary.
Because if he watched the whole lecture, he either didn't understand what is going on, or the guy is trying to be deceptive. While this guy
What's the guy like when you were debating him though? What kind of guy is he?
I can literally explain him as a McToon.
Is that it?
Yeah, he's a literal dishonest prick.
Why did he start this website, by the way?
Because Flat Earth hurt him.
But like, why does he care though? Like, what's the goal?
Like I said, he's like a McToon. He's obsessed with Flat Earth, and somehow Flat Earth has hurt him so bad that he's so obsessed he has to prove us wrong with everything.
Flat Earth derangement syndrome.
Yeah.
Anyway, but look at the part where it says if the container is taller, 3 will approach a vacuum. What do you think of that?
Yeah. We'll get to that. Yeah. So one of the examples, the container filled with gas is filled with a vacuum if the water is removed. Okay. However, it's only a model. There's no attempt to explain everything about the system. That's a lie, by the way. The gas inside the container is also affected by gravity and has a pressure gradient, just like the gas outside. No. Did the guy... You know what? Let me see if I can quickly bring up a piece
Wait,
of
though. But didn't the other thermodynamics guy in your comments, didn't he say in the chat that gravity's not a part of it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so he's disagreeing with this guy. Oh, okay.
He's disagreeing with everybody. This guy's really... he's being
I mean, this flat Earth... The hell? It's that rocket.
That noise. Okay, this is that one he's talking about, guys. This is the one he's talking about.
In some
Sorry,
volume,
I think that was my video playing.
And over here is going to be vacuum of equal volume, and we're going to remove the barrier. You know what's going to happen spontaneously, right? The gas is going to fill the available volume once it becomes available, right? So this is, we'll make this a Joule
You see that word?
expansion.
Joule expansion.
And we'll make it an ideal gas.
Do you know what Joule expansion is, guys? It's a Joule expansion of free gas. In other words, no energy change, no temperature change, just free expansion of energy. So that on screen literally just debunked that whole guy's meme that he had up. This whole meme, this thing. Just the word Joule expansion alone. That's why I said the guy didn't watch it, or he's trying to be deceptive.
Well,
or he's just idiotic and doesn't understand what's written on the board. It's really idiotic. Okay, what else? The pressure at 3 will be less than 4. Like the pressure at 1 is less than 2. Okay. Even if there is no barrier between them, the container is taller, will approach a vacuum. The pressure of gas usually refers to the normal average. You see, now he's already doing what they do. Just, how can I say, ignoring the containment and moving straight to pressure gradients. And his pressure gradient argument is, I have gravity. There's no argument actually there.
Some sort of semantics.
Yeah. So the guy doesn't really have anything.
No.
Okay. Because this is also a bit more in depth though. But he also goes with like temperature changes and everything. That's actually quite cool.
Right? So the process is 1 mole of gas at our initial
and this guy
volume
writes
some
fast,
temperature.
by the way, guys. He's not the guy that writes slow. This guy writes fast. But he does hit the board on hard, just like him.
And we'll make this adiabatic.
I used to have teachers that
mole.
broke their chalk all the time because of that. It looks like he's got a
Yeah,
thick
like
piece of chalk. Do you notice that? It's like 1 inch thick.
And then they're breaking if
They don't have one of those thin
they
ones.
throw it at you.
Yeah.
Of gas at a new volume, 2V, and at the same temperature. All right.
So initial and final, guys.
So there's no work done.
See, no work
It's
done.
adiabatic. There's no heat exchanged.
No heat exchange.
Delta U is 0.
Oops.
All right. Everything is 0.
Joules free expansion of gas. There we go. What did I say? The guy never watched it.
0!
No. So there we go. Joey's
Repeat
at
after
the
me,
corner.
0! Oh man, that's great.
That was easy.
Yeah, it's just.
But you guys just can't calculate 0. I mean, who can understand? I mean, you guys can't do calculations. I mean, what do you need? A finance degree, like buttered biscuits over here? What do you need? 0. Sorry. All right.
But yeah, it's insane. But that's how these globers just have nothing. Oh, wow.
Hey, Caludo.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to end the stream then, yeah, guys.
Okay. Have an early one. I'm
Then I
just
can try and trim out that piece that was shown.
it's about 1/4 of a second, lads, but you definitely see it.
Yeah, but I have to still trim it though.
Oh, of course you do. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. He's created work for you, and you've got to see that death
Because
again.
the thing is, they're going to get a globe and they're going to, oh, we have to report him. He's showing indecent stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Disgusting.
So
I mean,
unfortunately,
that guy would have had to search for that stuff, download it, or otherwise it's a video of him doing it. You know what I mean? Whoever it is. You know what I mean? It's disgusting, man.
Sick stuff.
Sick. But yeah, what does that show you? The Globies are just delusional, sick, desperate people.
They're deranged.
It's probably the
But
same,
anyway,
same one that did that thing in Element. I don't know.
Next time.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry. So a while ago, I sent you a good clip from a series about pressure, if you remember Flatzoid, about how he basically makes an argument. I mean, it's just a normal series on fluid mechanics, and it's talking about pressure, and it beautifully makes our point. Do you remember when I sent you that?
That's such a long time ago.
I mean, I can get it back. I'm just saying, like, next time we could show it.
You can maybe show it, yeah.
Because you said it was great. By the way, how's that guy doing that said that you suck at math or whatever?
Oh, that guy. He hasn't replied yet. I think he's given up. He hasn't even put another video on his channel, as far as I know. So I think he's given up because he's so embarrassed by his first video. It's not worth it. Can't beat that South African accent. It's deliciously English speaking. But yeah, what's your closing statements? PJ, you're probably gonna have a show tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I'll have a show tomorrow morning. Still on the laptop and that, but it's been doing all right. I'm just setting up a premiere. Probably times it now. Yeah, I'll probably put it on in about an hour and a half, and by the time it's processed and stuff like that. So yeah, a bit later on I'll have a premiere. It'll be about 20 minutes long, 22 minutes long. And yeah, tomorrow I'll have a show. I'll have a show tomorrow in the morning.
Awesome.
I look forward to it.
Nice.
The same morning coffee, right?
Morning coffee, bro. Morning coffee. It's going to be the second video I was meant to do in the watch party earlier on, but I'm not going to make it a watch party one. I'm going to make it a review one now. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
If we don't get interrupted, you know.
Hey, Jamie, good to see you, man.
That's right.
The timings are crazy for me. I stand up at 3 o'clock in the morning to see you guys, So
really?
Oh, excellent.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, that's fucking insane.
Now it's 11 o'clock, but most of the time we come 8 o'clock. And
are you from the Netherlands?
3 o'clock or 4 o'clock.
Sorry?
Sovereign Soul, he manages to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah, so I stand up very early.
I posted the link, by the way, Flatzoid.
Yeah, I just got it now.
I'm sorry, guys. I had an entropy problem with my phone.
Did you know?
Yeah, that's it. Sheer stress. What's the name? Yeah. I think we should definitely go through it sometime, actually.
Yeah, but like it doesn't need to be right now since we're wrapping up right now.
Yeah. I'm just going to save it in Element again.
Yep, great.
Oh,
Jeff,
what's up, Jeff?
Hey,
Jeff.
You don't get this.
Just wanted to say that it was a good show today, and it was except for the Globies at the beginning. But they always want to derail stuff because they don't want people to learn the truth. That's all it is.
That's right, dude. That's right.
Exactly. But it was good to see you, man. It was actually good to have all of you on, guys. I really appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. You guys rock. Please hit the likes and share the show. It does help. We had quite a chill show today. Some weird stuff happening. But yeah, we'll have more structure tomorrow probably again.
Flats looks like he needs a little nap anyways. You look a little tired, brother.
I am tired. I mean, I wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, so that's catch.
What time is it there?
It's now 11. It's not too late.
10, yeah.
But I did, I did promise the wife I'm not going to get to bed too late tonight. So
this is why I don't join a lot of other shows, because it's way too late for me, and I have kids, and I don't stay up that late. So
that's the thing, kids. Oh man, tomorrow morning. I mean, Saturday is like the only day I can really sleep a bit later. So that's like 6 a.m. probably.
Yeah, gotcha.
So yeah. Oh well, I'm used to it by now.
I was trying to find out though. Did you hear me about the? Did you ever give your testimony? No, I'm not saying do it now. I'm just asking if you ever did, because I'll go back.
I had an interview with Josh Monday, and I sort of gave the testimony on there, you could say.
Yeah, but that's probably a short and brief. I didn't know if you ever gave a in-depth one or no.
I can't remember if it went really in depth. PJ, can you remember what really went in depth though? With
I mean, a 5-minute.
I think I did.
Testimony.
Let me just get the link for you.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to Josh Monday there. Really awesome stuff. Hopefully planning to team up with him on a debate soon.
You know, it says we'll overcome by the testimony and the blood, right? So. And I think we all have a common testimony if we're all on the same.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Would you guys ever want to have a testimony stream or something where anybody can come on and just give testimony?
Who is it? What's his name with the final experiment? I want to hear his testimony. Yeah, Will Duffy. So you know, I want to hear the. You can usually tell somebody based off their testimony itself whether or not they are a true Christian. And I think who was it? Not Craig, the other one. McToon was asked recently, you know, when he came to Christ, and his whole thing was like, "Oh, I was a kid," and that was pretty much it, and that was it.
Yep.
So you could tell right away he's not a Christian because he has no testimony. You have to have a
exactly.
True testimony.
McToon, there's a lot of dodgy things about the guy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I can understand trying to shorten it and so on and so forth, but I mean, to not give anything other than I was a kid and just scoot past it.
Well, that's the thing. As a kid, you don't really understand things.
No.
Until you actually understand coming to Christ, right? So
I was 6 months old, and my priest sprinkled some water on my head, and I was baptized, and I came to Christ.
Boom.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's always about dividing, you know. They divide us all the time. They try.
Yeah.
But it was odd whenever he was
another guy. They always
whenever he was asked about stuff, he wasn't really passionate about it. You know what I mean? It's like,
no way.
I'm just a Christian.
Oh, I love. Well, he came up with that word about the circle and everything, and he kept. What's the other guy's name from Kingdom of Context? Who's so bad? I'm sorry. Sean. And he just kept asking me. I think he asked him like 5 times. Give me the definition for firmament. The definition for firmament. The definition, and he kept saying it, and he just skirted right past it the whole time. So
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like la 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 la.
I think with testimony and sincerity, you're looking for.
All of them.
Yeah.
I'm sure I had the Josh Monday discussion on my channel.
You look them, you know, in the face. When you see that grin, man, you have to run away.
Well, there you go, Flats. Maybe we'll do a testimony night for some of your most common people that come on.
Yeah, definitely. That'll be quite cool.
Yeah,
I don't.
Oh yeah, sure.
What's the worst that could happen of that? I mean, obviously, guys, you don't have to give everything about your whole life, but condense it down to 20 or 30 minutes. Give everybody a little piece. And
last time I did my test, I've done it twice online. Once at Sergio's and once in His Word is Truth. Both times took about 2.5 hours, and at the end I had to condense the end part because it was going on so long. But I was detailing everything, you know. But that was just a night for me anyway. But you have a testimony night, you've obviously got to condense it for everybody to get.
Yeah.
You know, just do the.
You have to give everybody a heads up and give them a time frame, and because obviously once you start bringing things up in your mind, you can go down rabbit trails that you haven't been through in quite a while, and once you go down that, the people might not follow, but you're in another world of actually following through what happened.
I can't seem to find the Josh Monday chat we had, so I'm gonna save it as a video and I'll stick it on then you can watch it, okay? Because it was on his podcast, and I thought I had it on my show, on my channel. I just can't find it.
Well, I grew up an atheist, so I'll just tell you that.
The best testimony I've heard in a long time was the last one that was on national TV. Was Donald Trump's testimony.
No.
Did he find Christ just now?
No.
God is on his
side?
He's
never.
No. Oh.
Yeah, he never prayed and asked for forgiveness. I do know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Per his own testimony, yeah.
So, yeah, he's not.
And he's a billionaire, and you don't become a billionaire in this, day and time.
Yeah.
By not surrendering some point of your soul.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean you can't overcome. Doesn't mean that you can't. So before everybody gets their biscuits buttered, let's get that point figured out. But not one I've seen.
Well, see, the other thing is too, you can have people that do pray for a person, and because it will glorify God, things will happen. You know what I mean? Right.
Sure.
So, and that's because God knows it'll glorify him. Right.
Yeah.
And so certain things happen. And if he knows that it's not going to glorify him, then he will usually not make it happen.
Well, he used a jackass to speak. So
yeah.
That's right. That's right, though.
Yeah.
And it glorified him, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So, man.
I just can't find it. Okay.
Well, you're just gonna have to give it again, Flats.
Yeah. I'm gonna download it.
Maybe next Friday. Next Friday. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, you can do a Friday show and just do that for like a month, 4 weeks.
Actually,
whatever, however many weeks there are.
Like Testimony Fridays or something.
Yeah.
And I'll pray for your power company.
But plan it out. Give people a couple weeks to, just ideas. That's all. Just because we're on one subject doesn't mean we all got here the same way, but I think we all, in general, and you're going to find a commonality between everybody that gives their testimony. So it's powerful. It's a good thing.
Definitely.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay, I can't seem to find it even on Josh's channel. Did I just miss something? Because I'm sure I did it live, guys.
Yeah.
Remember, it was a quick live.
Yeah, it was.
I just can't find it. Like, as in nowhere. His channel, my channel.
Maybe YouTube pulled it.
Live, a video.
They do weird stuff like that. They'll pull stuff and you don't even realize it's gone.
But it was such a good chat.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed their chat.
What they've just done to Derek. Ridiculous.
Yeah, because of supposed hate speech.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how dare we talk about God and the Bible?
Yeah,
and the
there was
the same stream.
Yeah, there was a guy that was preaching the word out on this at Speaker's Corner. And he's just preaching away, and this guy comes up and you're preaching hate speech. I was like, what? What planet are you from, man?
There we go, Mike. You can go. That's a chat I had with Josh Monday. Really cool stuff. I put it in the private chat and in the
Except the one in private
All
chat.
right.
Don't put the 2 in the front.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, why is it in the 2?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll just stick that.
That's
back.
all right. No, you're fine.
There you go.
I copied it. I actually saved it as a favorite for now, just so I remember.
Awesome. Yeah. I think that we can do a testimony day, definitely, because I think there's a lot of people that can give testimonies and stuff.
Everybody has a testimony, man. We meet a lot of people. Like, I don't even care if you're an atheist. You have a testimony as to how you got there.
Actually, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to even
Like
hear
a
the other
roadmap
side.
to your
to be
life.
honest with you. Yeah, it's pretty interesting when people start to hate God, and they went through the Christianese and they went through all the Christian churches and everything else, and they saw the hate and everything else, and they ended up where they were because they got deceived. I mean, that's the whole parable, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The word itself and the sticks and friars and
there's the hard ground.
stones. Exactly. So, I mean, we'll hear every one of those exact things that Yeshua gave or Jesus gave, and that's it. I don't care what word you guys use, by the way. That doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't really care what people think.
Nope, I don't care. Yeah, but yeah, don't think that. Oh no, he used that word, so he's one of these guys. Don't classify me. All right, stop. We're good.
Definitely.
We're all on the
it's
same
good to have
page.
you on, man.
Yeah, hey,
It's
you
good to have
too. You too.
Yeah, it's cool to have
I'm gonna
everybody.
try to join more often because this is a good time for me, like 3. But my wife works like Monday to Wednesday, so I'm usually more available during that time, and then I'm doing busy work for what didn't you do during the week that I was I need to catch up on. It's wife work, kids, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
So I'll see you guys again on Monday. Hopefully,
You're not in the Midwest, are you?
Awesome.
Well, I grew up in Midwest, and I'm in Pennsylvania now.
I can tell.
And I was in Northern Virginia before, so for over a dozen years. So.
Oh, awesome. I almost actually moved to Virginia to do jewelry at a stage.
Did you say jewelry? No, I'm
weird.
Kidding.
Yeah, jewelry.
No, you didn't hear me.
Jewelry.
All the big Jew stuff. That was a joke. All
He's
right,
gonna sit stones. All right. No small hat jokes, dude.
Now that's it's towards the end here, but I'm sure to get clipped. They're gonna say Flats just said he worked for the Jews.
Ooh,
he was going to go to Northern Virginia to go work for the jewelries because that's where they are in DC.
I get paid by the Mossad, guys.
Yeah, that's the Mossad. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome stream, guys. I'm going to end this here just to again try, so I can quickly go clip that other piece out. Thank you all for coming. Really appreciate you all. Much blessings, and yeah, it's really awesome to see everybody here.